26 April 2018, Husky Energy Refinery in Superior experienced a series of explosions and fires. Around 50 workers and contractors are working during the accident. 36 employees sought medical treatment, with 11 of them being taken to area hospitals for further treatment. The explosion took place in the fluid catalytic cracking unit of the refinery when the employees were on a break during the scheduled maintenance shutdown. As a result, a mandatory evacuation was issued by the mayor, Jim Payne, after the fire spread and resulted in several further explosions, and a state of emergency was announced.
The explosion happened because of a failed valve that led to explosion and fire. The slide valve are functioned to control the flow of catalyst between reactor that contain flammable hydrocarbon and a generator that contain air. And it is important to not mix hydrocarbon and air. If it's mixture, a hazard explosion will happen, and to avoid this from happen, the slide valve maintaining the catalyst level between reactor and generator, which is act as barrier. When the worker want to do periodic maintenance and inspection, they close the slide valve of FFC. Where one slide valve was eroded, even though it is closed, it can't maintain the catalyst barrier in the reactor. So the catalyst fall through the valve to generator, and it leaves no barrier between two pieces of equipment. And with that, air flow backward through slide valve to the reactor, where downstream of the reactor contain hydrocarbon, forming a flammable mixture. The mixture, air and hydrocarbon ignition of explosion. Debris from the explosion flew to 100 feet and hit a large above ground storage and pierced that tank and released hot asphalt. Asphalt poured out of the tank and spread along the ground. The fire of explosion traveled along stream asphalt to refinery crude and FFC unit. Plant explosion also can happen if boilers that are not properly cared for, lack of equipment maintenance, unsafe procedure, improperly stored chemical, poor labeling, bad valve, or electrical hazard are often to blame.
We can avoid this incident from happening if
Hi there, I am a safety officer. So today, I will provide you guys with the information on how to prevent fire and explosion from happen. First, to prevent any unwanted accident such as fire and explosion from happen at the workplace, the employer must carry out a fire safety risk assessment to identify hazard and assess the risk. For your information, for a fire to spread or start, 5 elements are needed, which are heat, oxygen, fuel, dispersion, and confinement. Thus, the risk assessment should include detail on all 5 elements to minimize the risk of a fire starting or spreading. In addition, plant and equipment which is not properly maintained can cause fire. So, here are some tips for you. First, ensure all work equipment protect against catching fire or overheating. Second, ensure proper housekeeping, such as preventing ventilation point of machinery becoming clogged with dust or other material which can cause overheating. And then, have electrical equipment serviced regularly by a competent person to prevent sparks and fire. Use a planned maintenance program properly, maintain plant equipment. Review your program if you already have one. A planned maintenance program should deal with frictional heat, electrical malfunction, flammable material used in contact with hot surface, leaking valve or flanges which allow seepage of flammable liquid or gases, and static sparks. That's all the tip from me. I hope you guys choose the tips and follow all of the safety policies to prevent accident from happen. Bye.
OSHA is created to provide workers the right to a safe and secure workplace, which means that hazards are removed and workers are trained. If the hazard cannot be removed, protection must be provided. As for this case, the explosion and fires occurred in Husky Energy Refinery in 2018, resulting in a huge impact on Husky Energy Incorporation and people around it. Although enforcement with policy practices does not guarantee the prevention of hazardous accidents, failure to comply would eventually increase the risk. Regulation of effective safety management programs is also important in all organizations. Last but not least, safety awareness for staff at all levels is also critical in avoiding major accidents.